I am insanely excited to show you guys this space. We have been working on this for quite a few months. I just got our all of our staging in. Cooper and Co did an awesome job, and I'm just over the moon to show you guys this space. So this is a project we did the entire main floor on. We didn't really change the layout too much, but we touched every single surface in here. And this was one of Heather's projects that she really honestly took home with her a lot. And so there's so many details in here that make me think of her and just all of her design and her ideas. And to have a client that just really walked with us through that and walked with us through every design choice and was like, yeah, I love that, was a really fun experience. So I'll walk you through it. Let us know what you think of this space. So as you walk in, this is obviously kind of the entry foyer area, and then you have an amazing, great room, great tall ceilings, just an amazing view. And again, these are all things that were already here. We've just updated all of the finishes in here. So before, this had a really dark walnut floor, so it really felt like it's very grand as far as size and scale goes, but it felt very small and felt really smaller than it actually was because of the dark feel in here and really dramatic feel. So we really wanted to quote unquote neutralize and naturalize the feeling of in here, make it feel more calm, make it feel more airy and open because it is that space. So as you walk in here, all of the floors were in here were done. So this used to be a walnut floor. And then over here, there was actually walnut paneling on this fireplace. So what we ended up doing is doing stone and then wrapping. There used to be a stainless steel mantle here. So we just wrapped that with wood and really updated it and made it feel way more calm. There was these two side banquettes here were already here, but we painted those, updated those, changed out light fixtures, and it just makes it feel that much more calmer, natural. It just feels way more homey. Feels like you can breathe in this space, if that makes sense. So I'll walk you in through to the kitchen. So this space from this point this way used to all be tile. So we worked very hard to not have to replace all of the base in here because obviously there'd be a paint line if we lowered it or raised it. So we raised this floor to make it all one plane in here. And actually there was a pretty good dip that came across here that we got rid of, so it feels really seamless through here. We just added that base shoe. Kitchen wise, same thing. Layout is pretty much the same. They had a double height bar that was kind of odd, but we flattened all of that out so it just feels low, calm. They have more seating now. Their seating used to end in this corner over here, so now you have bar seating all the way around. Added these pendants, painted all this cabinetry. So the cabinetry was already here, obviously updated poles and then updated countertops as well. The other thing that's different that we've been doing a lot of is we made this refrigerator a panel ready. So this was actually the existing refrigerator, it just didn't have panels on it. So just getting that to feel like it just blends into the rest of the kitchen was a big deal for us. This countertop stayed, and then over here made a pretty big change. So Randall Weber built us this hood, and he built us some other really unique pieces in the house, but this was one piece that he did for us that just really sets this off. This used to be a stainless steel backsplash that went up, so it just really brings that earthy tone. Again, it doesn't totally match the floor. It's just a little bit darker, but it gives it that grounding feel that this whole space has. Backsplash updated. Again, all these cabinets were just painted. Fun little detail that we added is this reeded glass in all of these, and that actually plays out through the rest of the house too. It all kind of ties in together. One of our favorite spots next is this hearth room. So before, there was a corner or an angled fireplace here, but it was a really strange higher up stainless steel wrapped fireplace that they never used. And this space is what they used a lot of to sit in and hang out because it's communally close to the kitchen, but they never really used that fireplace. So what we did was out with our friends at EMSR, we did this amazing carved limestone fireplace, and it just really, really makes this area sing. New fireplace as well. Obviously, there used to be one that was like up here and it was like this big. So we lowered it down, and then Rob and the team did an amazing job at getting this in and just making it all work and just look really, really pretty. And again, it just feels elegant but not showy. It's just such a fun space. So I'll walk you through to the dining room, one of my favorite spots in the house too. So if you knew Heather, you knew she loved the green tones. That's why the sweatshirt that we made for her is green. She loved that color. This was all her. So the client even said, like, I don't know if I would have picked that color, but I trusted Heather. And that is what this space sings to, is her style, her vision for it. And then she obviously picked out these light fixtures as well. But it is one of our clients' favorite rooms because it feels really purposeful and attaches kind of all of the elements, but also feels really unique. It doesn't have this super dark, heavy feel, but it feels good, calm, awesome feeling. So I just like being in this space. You know, great rug, great tables, it's just a great space and has awesome light outside and all of the things in this spot. So I'll bring you through to kind of mudroom and powder bath here. It's kind of a dark spot because there's no windows in here, but I'll try my best to show you what we got going on here. So this bathroom, this tile was actually here. So we played with this tile to keep everything kind of feeling the same. This cabinet was here, updated countertop, fixtures and everything. And again, Heather with selections of just getting these clean lines, but also feeling that kind of that elevated feel in here. And then we'll walk into the mudroom. So this is right off the garage as you walk in. And I think this space just really feels like it's usable. So this is definitely a more utilitarian space, but it still also has all of the beauty that it should to connect to the rest of the house. Randall made these amazing cabinets. They're very large. You can fit all of your things in here rather than just your backpack and just some shoes. You can fit everything. And then a good drawer space, and then a little cabinet on the end here for brooms and things like that. So this door is actually a pantry that walks you into the kitchen as well. So come in from the garage, got your groceries, you walk straight in here. You don't have to go all the way around. So I don't know if you can tell here, but this is kind of like this center hallway, but it connects to all these other spaces. And I really love this feature of the house because it feels like you're in a different space, but you're still connected to all the other spaces. So it's just a great layout as far as the original designer builder made with this hallway. So as you walk down this hallway, you have, foyer, and then you have this amazing staircase. Updated all of that. They had some leaks at some point, so we made sure that was all taken care of. This curve here was starting to kind of delaminate a little bit on the wall, so we came in and repaired that, got that all repainted, laid new carpet on the stairs coming up. And one of the details I love that we did are these integrated floor vents. We actually CNC'd these to make these seamless with the floor and just feel like they blend in. Love that detail. Then over here is another little powder bath that comes under the stairs. Again, this is more of a moody space, but I think it really, really feels good in here. This is new. This is original, and this is original. So these just got painted and updated. Again, flooring in here as well. And then I'll take you to some of my favorite spaces. Well, mostly there's these doors. This is the office, And these doors, Randall built us. Again, they match the hood, they match the mantle, and they have this amazing reeded glass that kind of flows throughout everything. They got great hardware that feels substantial to actually match the elegance of the doors. And if you know Randall, you know he makes beautiful, usable doors. So I love, I don't know if you can tell in here, but just the grain of these doors are just, it feels like it was here for 100 years, but also feels new. And then my favorite, the primary suite. Again, a fun detail is this linear floorboard here. So most people would just continue the floor in and be like, oh, that would look really good. But Rob really loved this look to give you that stopping point right at that doorway so that it felt like, okay, we're transitioning into a new space. And believe me, you're transitioning into a new space. So you go right, you go to the bathroom, you go left, you go to the bedroom, and we'll go right first. Primary bathroom, obviously heated tile floor. I got some great light right now coming in through the windows in the shower. Heated tile floor, this is some of our favorite jute linen. It just has this great texture on your feet. I mean, even with socks, it just feels really earthy, and it feels like you're walking on a natural stone as opposed to just a cold, stark tile, if that makes sense. Then as you come in here, this is a similar story with most of the house. Countertops stayed, cabinets stayed, painted, updated everything, and then Heather spent hours of back and forth with us together to come up with these light fixtures that felt organic but also matched the house. And so we replaced all the light fixtures in here, new tile on the floor, new tile on the face. Tyson did an amazing job with that tile, and then tile back up to this here. And just the feeling of this spot feels really good. But my favorite of this whole thing is this shower. So 0 entry as you come into the shower. A lot of times when I do walk-in showers or 0 entry showers, you're working with a really tight, confined space. And so by having this large of space, having this door, it doesn't feel too horrible and doesn't feel too cold by having that good expanse of space. And then also, you're not gonna get this splash out that you have with a lot of 0 entry showers because you just have so much room to grow. And then this all slopes down to a trough drain that just gives you just this really clean, beautiful look. And then obviously tile cuts in right there. All those grout lines match and flow super well, and then comes up to this ledge. Again, all of this was to try and make everything feel as organic and as purposeful as possible. So instead of doing a built-in niche, we just brought this up and flattened this out and then continued it up. So this is not meant to catch your eye. This is meant to store your things, not catch your eye. And then you have, of course, the awesome shower shaving, and then there's shaving shelf, and then you have a handheld here, and just a single shower head just to make it feel really open and awesome. And again, these windows were already here, so I love natural light in showers, and this was a great design originally. So then we walk into the primary. This, again, that flooring floats all the way through here. And again, in here, we didn't really do a ton other than update all of the finishes. So hardwood in here, same color walls and ceilings, but also these accents were actually in here before, but they were just colored differently. So just by calming the surfaces down and making it feel more light, more airy, more elegant by adding these natural tones and natural feels. And again, Cooper & Co did an awesome job doing the furnishings in here just to make it feel that much more authentic to what the house needs and wants. So if you have made it this far, thank you. But also let us know what you think of this project. It is something that we've put our heart and soul into. Rob did an amazing job. Scott did an amazing job. Tom, Mark, Tessa, Dawson, everybody had a hand in creating this. So if you would like this video, that would just be that much more heart swelling for us to have. So hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you on the next one.